because this is my channel, and why would it be anyone other than me? Unless I got hacked, but you know. At any rate, I'm going to make sure this starts. I'm going to mute it and change it so I can see it, and then we're going to start cooking things. All right, so, hi everybody. Today, that point's too high. There we go. Today we are going to make beef noodles, beef on toast, and we are also going to maybe make some pumpkin beef soup with some tiny little noodles. So, I made pancakes this morning and haven't cleaned the stove, so you'll have to forgive that because it has been a long week. That said, let us start with, where is my beef? With some beef, some mushrooms, some other beef, which we will get to in a bit here, some sour cream, some cheese, and some carrots. There we go. All right, so, what was that? Huh. All right. So, first things first, we are going to get this hamburger going. Let's use a non-stick for that one. Okay. Some of my knives are in the dishwasher. I have not planned well for today. That's okay. Actually, no, pan. This one will be the one we want. And about a pound of hamburger here. And there's always some that catches inside the sock, so you just turn it inside out and get all that lovely hamburgery goodness. Okay. Now we wash our hands. And we're going to set about seasoning this up in this pan here real quick. So first and foremost, we probably ought to tip it on its side and start cutting it so that it has more surface area. And turn the temperature down just a little bit because it doesn't need to be searing the outside of it. We're going for sort of a uniform sort of texture on all this, so it's eventually going to get all cut up and mixed with other ingredients. So for right now, we need to get some other ingredients chopped up. I have got some shallots and garlic. We're going to get those going real quick. Come over here with me. Can you guys see? Good. We're going to use half our shallot on this. And half our shallot on the other. Come on. Not the tiny to hurry, because I don't want that burger to burn like this on the side. Okay. Come on over here, ladies and gents. There we are. break up the burger and start kind of tossing it over. We'll eventually add salt and pepper and some other goodies to it. Probably turn it down just a little more. And, alright, let's do some garlic here real fast. Give me a sec to get some. Where did I put it? Oh yeah, over here. What have I done with my scissors? Doesn't matter, I've got a knife. Okay. Nice. We're just going to kind of break into our garlic bulb here a little bit. I don't want a whole lot of garlic. I just want a hint in here. Cut most of, oh, well, that ship sailed. I was going to say cut most of the way through it. You can bend it back and just peel off the outer shell, but I'm not going to crush it. I'm going to slice it and mince it because it's a little less strong and a little more sweet that way. There we go. That looks good. Leave it kind of a rough chop. It's a mince, but it's a pretty heavy one. Beautiful. Okay, wash our hands. How's everyone doing tonight? Oh, I need to aim that differently. And someone's talking to me. Hello. I will be right back. I'm sorry about the bad camera angle. Twitch thought. Here we go. Senna! Hey! How's it going? Welcome to the kitchen. It is good to see you. How are you this week? And what have you been up to? It just occurred to me that I didn't fully see what you said. Favor, sure, what's up? And Noisy! Noisy Boy Jr.! Okay, Noisy, congratulations on your new, apartment. That is so cool. It looks great, dude. How are you guys doing? Here we go. Actually, I need to turn this up a little bit. We're going to drain all the grease off of this and then add some stuff in a minute. Flip over, please. Yes, there you go. Let's see what you guys are up to. Hey. Ha ha. So how's y'all's weekend going? Everything going good? I'm glad to have you in the kitchen. And Noisy, yes, we can get that closet set up for voices for you. That would be cool.
You could use it for small voices.
Or for big voices. Or anything in between. I like the one. I can't do that one right now because the onion has my eyes and nose running. But the one you do for the doorkeeper guy in Dead Souls, that one's always funny. So let's see what you guys are up to. Had a friend of a friend who's getting into the voice acting business, starting from home and all that. Of course, that'd be fine, Cinna. I'd surely not mind that a bit. Hello, Claw Squad! How's it going? Welcome to the stream. I'm just adding a little salt and pepper to this burger mixture here real quick. We've already got chopped shallot and garlic in it. And as soon as we drain the grease off of it, we're going to add some good stuff. Now, rather than dirty bowl, I'll just get a bowl that was already in the dishwasher out to drain this grease into. There we go. I will be right back. Well, actually, you guys can come with me. Although it's not exciting. Pour hamburger grease into strainer. Make sure there is bowl under strainer because you don't want all the grease going down the sink drain. Because if it does, you'll clog the sink and then you have to call a plumber out and that costs money. We want this reasonably well drained because we don't really need all that fat in there. Also, I don't know if I can read what you guys are saying from there. That's one of my fave. Your voices to yes, I love that one, dude. It's all like, oh, you're here. Why are you here again? I can't do it right now. I'm not warmed up, and again, the onion kind of still has me sniffling. Okay, so we have got the base of this. What we're going to do is we are going to add some sour cream, and I don't know if I need to like puncture this somehow. Yes, I do. I have never used this little squirty bag of sour cream before, and I'm not entirely sure whether I'm going to like it or not, but oh yeah, there we go. That's very nice. Hey, sour cream. Okay. I think that's probably enough, but we will find out. You hear the Twitcher Bennett someone donate to? Oh, that's cool! I did not hear about that. Awesome. Uh-oh, turn this down a bit. Okay, we've got to get the sour cream stirred in to the burger evenly a little bit. And we want to mince the burger up so it's fine. And we're going to add some herbs and spices and things here in a moment, but I think that the important thing to remember, yeah, that needs salt and some onion powder, but by and large it's good. The important thing to remember is that this thing also requires a small fistful of cheese. There we go. A small fistful of cheese, ladies and gentlemen, is an appropriate measure for any recipe. Probably just going to turn that right back out again. What it does need is a little more onion, because while having the fresh shallot in it is nice, it doesn't impart a whole lot of strong flavor, and we want a little more onion than that. So, that should do the trick, and I will be right with you guys. There we go. That smells delicious. Now we're going to set this aside in a bowl, and we're going to eat it on some delicious toast here in a little bit. But first we're going to make some noodles and things. Definitely need salt. Hey, Jamaican Maker! Thank you for the lurk! And the host! That is awfully nice of you, dude. Everyone go follow Synodon Games, Axe to Bacon Maker, Noisy Boy Jr., The Claw Squad. Follow everybody in chat, because everybody in chat is freaking awesome. That's what I wanted. Right there. Okay. So we need a little bowl to stick this in. And that one's too little. That one's weird. That one's too big, but, you know. Alright. We're going to put this in a bowl and set it aside for in a little bit. And then we're going to clean out this pan and get another dish going. Scrape all that goodness out of there because it is delicious. Yummy. Okay. Let's wash and rinse out this pan. Actually, we're going to do this the quick way because I want to put some meat in this. Toot sweet. There we go. It's laundry day, can you tell? Support your favorite creators and start a mega cheer by cheering 200 bits or more in a single cheer or any affiliate or partner channel. With each mega cheer, you will get 2 exclusive food fight emotes and a gift of an emote for other viewers in the channel randomly. Well, that is cool, dude. That is awesome. I was not aware they were doing that. Okay, our delicious hamburger topping. We're gonna stick this over here, and we are gonna get to work on our beef for our noodles. So first things first, let me move this to the side, because I do not need a pan that big for the noodles. In fact, this is probably the pan we're going to use for the noodles right here. Well, the first batch of noodles anyway, and possibly the second. So you guys can watch water boil while I chop this beef. Put just a little touch of olive oil in it. And a little touch of salt. Where's my salt? Okay. And Twitch didn't really tell you. Huh, I wonder why. You would think that would be the sort of thing that they would promote. Come on. It's always fun when you realize you need more water. Ah, well. There we go. A little more. I'm going to have way too much pasta, but that's okay. Thank you. Yum indeed. All right. So, I'm going to deal with the rest of this shallot real quick, because we are going to use it and the carrots for this beef. And it'll give us something to do while that water boils. That's an ugly cut on that shallot, but it's an ugly angle that I got it. And fortunately it doesn't matter because, oh shoot, I put the lids in the pan I was going to use like a numbnut. There we go. Give me just a second, guys. It doesn't matter because this beef is going to go into some noodles, so the rough cut won't matter when it cooks down. Okay, carrots. We're going to chop up a few carrots for this. Actually, a lot of carrots. This fancy waffle and drink shop opened up in Oxford a few weeks back called Bubbleology and Waffleology. Oh man, that sounds good. I do like waffles. We're going to cut these carrots a little larger just because it is going to be in kind of a noodle dish, so we want them big enough to be interesting. There we go. Get that one. Alright, so we're going to take these over here and just stick them in this pan, and they're not cooking yet because I want to cut up the beef first and make sure that we I got the mushrooms out, right? Yes, but they're pre-cut, so I don't need to do anything to them. Make sure that we don't overcook anything. So, alright. Where's the beef? Well, there's the beef. I might reserve a little bit of this for the pumpkin beef soup. And so, we'll make nice, tender little cubes out of this. Any of you guys remember that commercial? The "Where's the beef?" commercial with the... No? Just me? God, I'm old. Okay. So here we are. Let's tilt that back up. Careful not. Oh, hey, I've worked in, thank you for the concern, but I've worked in restaurants a lot, but it was a long time ago. I worked in 5 or 6 different restaurant kitchens, and I've been cooking every day pretty much since then, so I've got a good feel for knives, especially my own knives. Now, I opened my Big Bazoo. You always should be careful with knives because there is always the danger of cutting yourself if you get too comfortable or too careless. On the other hand, when it does come to knives, especially my own, they are old friends, and they will not cut me because I operate them responsibly. Okay, we're going to move this over here, give that a shake, and a little butter on this just to slick the pipes. It's a beautiful day outside, y'all. There we go. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, butchers have those big cleavers and things like that. In fact, I have a Chinese-style chef knife that everyone always mistakes for a cleaver, and it's not. The curve is different, and the weight and the shape and the thickness is different, but they look really similar. And yeah, that's one thing I don't have is a butcher's cleaver. I tend to use the cook's knife as one, other than for like big things, in which case I have a couple of meat knives. I want some of these a little smaller than I've got them. So we'll just pull them in half. There we go. Okay. Let me wash my hands and I'll show you. But yeah, you know, you get, if you've used especially a particular knife enough, you get very, very comfortable with it. Like, here's my favorite cooking knife. And I didn't have it today because it was at the bottom of the drawer, but you see me using this a lot. This is actually not a cleaver. It's thinner, has a different angle on it, and you hold it differently. You'll also notice that the front doesn't like slope upwards, nor is there the little bull nose on the front of it or a hole in the top. This is actually a cooking knife, not a cleaver. But they look an awful lot alike. Oh yeah, mushrooms. Gotta have mushrooms. There we go. All the mushrooms. They'll cook down, don't worry. Yeah, cleavers are one of those things you always see in like the scary movies, like, here's Johnny! Ah! You know, you get, or on the back of, like, you know, those cars with the clowns running at people. What are they called? The clown posse fans, juggalos. You always see it on the cars with the juggalo stickers. Magnets. How do they work? Oh God. And for our next show, we're going to jump over a shark. No. So I'm going to add a little water and a little beef bouillon to this, because we're going to turn this into kind of a, and also a little wine. There we go. Little beef bouillon, about a tablespoon. It's over there in the corner, but I think you guys can see it. Beef bouillon. Add a little bit of Beaujolais Village, because we can. Beaujolais Village. Très bien. A little onion powder, because that makes it delicious. And salt and pepper, because that also makes it delicious. Let's see what we got going here. Cool! Well, thank you for coming by. I appreciate the lurk, and I will be around. So, thank you again for stopping by the kitchen. It's always great to see you here. Come on back and we'll feed you. This is going to be really good. Yeah, really good. Okay, so while we wait on that and the noodles, it might behoove us to go ahead and start on the pumpkins if we are in fact going to do a pumpkin beef soup. So first things first, we probably ought to cut up the rest of the beef. And that way we can do away with the cutting board. I really need to sharpen this knife. It's one of my old favorites, but I haven't sharpened it in a long, long time. That's not bad, that's deliciousness. There we go. We want really fine pieces for this, because it's a delicate soup. Alright, so you guys stay there. I'm going to throw this away. I'll be right back. Now, we can set that aside. Actually, we'll put it here for whatever reason. And we'll stir this up. We actually want to turn that down a little bit. Okay, we want to turn it down a lot. And let it simmer. There we go. Now, you guys remember that knife I was talking about? Well, we're going to use it. We are going to make pumpkin beef soup. And that is going to require that we cut up these little pumpkins. And they're not really pumpkins, they're acorn squash. But they taste like pumpkin. And we're going to enjoy them. And let me tell you, they're a pain in the keister to deal with. Huh. There we go. This one's been around a while, and it's a little drier than I'd like it to be. But that's why we're using it tonight. We're going to scoop all of the seeds out. It smells good. Normally, if they're a little younger and a little more moist, I recommend roasting the seeds. These are a little past that. But that's okay. Acorn squash are still delicious. They're just a huge pain to deal with. There we go. All right. Now, getting the skin off is also a pits. There's no good way to do this. Excuse me. Oh, come on. They have those little flutes in them, so it makes it hard to get all the skin off. You find little bits and bobs like that. You gotta go back and mess with it for freaking ever. And I know I'm wasting some, but this one, like I said, is a little older and a little drier, and we're not going to get as much meat off of it, so I'm kind of trying to hurry through and get to what promises to be a slightly more succulent one. There we go. That'll do. I should probably go and see what's going on over on the other side real quick. Give me a sec. There Looking good, smelling good. All right, we do kind of want this to turn into more of a sauce. So, the thing is, we will need to add a bit of a starch to it. Tastes really good. And for that, we are going to do, ooh, man, that's good. We are going to do an arrowroot starch. Just thicken that up a little bit and add a little more water to it. There we are. I like arrowroot starch. It doesn't have much of a flavor. It gels nice and smooth. It's delicate. It works really well in sauces and fruit sauces and glazes, and it's really, really nice. Oh yeah, that's nice. I think I'm going to put just a little bit more water in it and then let that cook down a bit. These can be turned off. Those are actually a little softer than I wanted them to be. Let's actually do something about these noodles real quick before I get back to the whole pumpkin thing. Where are... Yeah, here we go. There we go. Drain these little bad boys. Okay. Get all the noodles. If a few of them stick to the bottom, just throw a little water in there, scrape them off, and dump them on out. Soak this a bit. Alright. Now, back to the pumpkins. Which are going to be a huge pain in the ass. Almost done with half of one. This is a bit of a time-consuming procedure, which is why I don't do it often. Another plate for this. let's see if we have any better luck with this other one. But before that, we should check our beef sauce. Because of course we should. Okay. Oh man, beef, mushrooms, wine sauce. It needs to thicken up just a little bit. You know, that looks about like the right amount. Maybe I will add just a little more starch to this, and we'll call that good. There we go. Be sure we get it all broken up and stir it in, because no one wants a little glob of starch in their food. Hot dog. That's looking really, really good. A silky and elegant beef and mushroom sauce for the noodles. I'm actually going to turn that off and just let it sit for a bit. And we are going to attack this other pumpkin. Well, acorn squash, but you guys get the idea. The sticker off of it. Okay. This one we ought to have a little bit more joy out of. Oh, yeah, this one feels a lot younger and fresher. And that's good news and bad. The good news is we're going to get a lot more meat out of it. The bad news is it's going to be a huge pain in the butt to deal with. Although we might get some real decent seeds off it to roast up if we're lucky. Let's find out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We're going to save those and roast them. Let me get a different bowl for this one then. Let me go dump this actually. Okay. So, let's save these seeds. See how much different it is inside that one? It's all moist, and the seeds are kind of slippery and slimy, and they work really well like that when they're fresh. What you do is you wash them off and salt them and roast them. We'll get to that in a minute. First, we got to get it all scraped out here. There we go, close enough. I guess I could show you guys what I'm doing. There we go, just take it, and I'm left-handed, so doing this right-handed is kind of a pain. But anything for my adoring public. Okay, good, good, good. Set those aside for a moment. Wipe our hands off. Actually, this one for a bit. And I might still want this trash bowl. fresh one, all right. You can tell. Whew. Okay. One piece, two piece, red piece, blue piece. I've forgotten how much I hate doing this. Acorn squash are good, but man, are they a lot of work. Whew. Oh, shoot. Those don't go over there. Those go over here. This goes over there. Alright. Let's flip it over and cheat a little bit. There we go. Looks almost like melon. Something else that I don't like cutting. Alright. Oh man. We'll come back to that one. There we go. There we go. Decent piece. And another decent piece. Good, good, good. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's going to be what we call close enough. Alright, let's leave this mess and set our delicious looking beef aside for a minute and start on our pumpkin beef soup. All right. Okay. Actually, let's cut this up a little. Oh, shoot. Let's cut this up a little smaller so it cooks quicker. We're going to have to blend it anyway, so we might as well not have it taken forever to cook. Come on. It's awfully tough when it's raw, but it's so good when it is cooked down. There we go. That'll do. Okay. Beautiful. Get a little butter. I had a knife. Well, I don't know where it is. There it is. There we go. Okay. I want parsley. Salt and black pepper. Little sage and a little coriander. Some onion powder. And we are just going to give that a stir. You know what else I've got? I've got a little spaghetti squash. And if it's good, it might make a handsome little addition to this soup. So why don't we try and get that into the mix as well? If I can get the sticker off of it. I got the sticker wet and it doesn't want to come off. Let's see if it's still good first. Yeah, it looks good. So, let's jack this down to low heat real fast. Let's see if we can't put this little bad boy in the mix. Pretty. That smells good. Oh, wait a sec. I still have half an... I'm an idiot. Alright, well then we need to hurry. Without cutting ourselves to bits. Yeah, these are far easier to peel. There we go. Have I mentioned I really hate dealing with squashes and pumpkins? There's a little piece on the end there. Ladies and gentlemen, there we go. One more quarter of that, and then we can get the rest of this acorn squash cut up. Lily! Woohoo! How you doing, Lily? Good to see you. I am making pumpkin beet soup, not that you could tell. And I forgot to get some of the squash cut up before the fact. So now I've got this on super, super, super low heat so that I can kind of finish cutting it up before it's time. How you doing today? Woo! Welcome to the stream! I hate cutting up squash and pumpkin. It's a chore. But it is so tasty. Come on. There we go. Yummy. It sure smells good, though. Oh, wait. A piece right there. Don't want that. I'm good, Lily. I am exhausted, but I am good. It has been a really, really long week, and you know, you don't normally hear me say that, but it sure has. But other than that, I'm doing good. How about you? What have you been up to? Anything good lately? Anything fun? Check on Lily. I hear Noisy has gotten into his new digs. I saw his new apartment. It was great. It was on the Snapchat. Okay, almost done. This is going to be a lot of soup. And very, very much a lot of pumpkin. Come on. This is why these knives are handy for this. Just normal library work, mom duties, nothing special. I see. Well, that's good. You know, a regular uneventful week where everything is normal and everyone feels fine is a wonderful, wonderful thing, you know? It smells like Halloween in here. Because I'm making pumpkin soup. There we are. Now, he says he likes it better than the old place, he thinks, which is good because, you know, I know that he was forced to leave the old place under flooding circumstances, but, you know, it would kind of suck to go from one place to another that you didn't like as well as the old place. You know, when the old place, of course, was in a shape to be lived in. But I'm really glad. I wonder if the neighbors are going to enjoy his noisy brand of streaming. I'm sure they'll get used to it. One of these days he's going to be like, Duffy! And everyone's going to be like, who the hell is Duffy? Alright, we can crank this back up again. Okay. Now, while we wait for that to do its thing, let's do something with these beef noodles, shall we? Hello, everyone. Let me get my hands washed real quick. Come on over here. There we go. Well, and that's still too low. We've got the Twitch ass cam going on. Yeah, I missed his stream, and I would have loved to have caught his first stream back. I regret that, but I'm sure there will be many more in the new... Now it's too high. I'm sure there will be many more in the new building, so I will look forward to catching them. Yeah, here we go. So let's trade places for just a second. Okay. Set you over there. You over here. Turn this one off. Turn that one down. This is the beef sauce for the noodles. And we're just going to want to get a bowl for the noodles, something to keep them in. And that one looks fine. Well, I let them go a little too long. They dried to the thing. If your noodles look like this, you've left them in the strainer too long. You don't want them in a clump. There we go. Fluffy, fluffy egg noodles. Now, we simply pour the beef sauce over them. Let's move over here where it's a little more stable. And I can scrape out all the goodies, and then I will show you guys what we've got. That is beef cooked with mushrooms and carrots in a wine and beef bouillon sauce. And it's really good. Let's just give that a stir to mix it in with the noodles. Those noodles are still kind of sticking together. I left them too long. Break that up a bit. There we go. Look at that, everybody. This is going to be good. Perfect. Now, thank you. We also have this beef and sour cream topping that we're going to put on toast in a minute. But before that, real quick, we've got to do up the beef. It's a beef night tonight. For the pumpkin and beef soup. Oh, and I need a lot of water in there quick. There we go. There we are. Where's my spoon?
There is no spoon.
Here we are. Okay. All right. Little touch of oil, just to make sure we don't stick. And little tiny cubelets of beef. We don't need to do much to this other than salt it. There we go. Woo, noisy! I don't know about making you forget about your problems, but it'll at least make you hungry. One hopes. We're getting little cubelets of beef going for the pumpkin beef soup. What I need to do is clean off the countertop here real fast so that I have room to oh shoot. Here. Go. In there. Stay. Cook. That better be all of you. I've got to clear off the countertop a little bit to make room for the blender. How you doing today, Noisy? How is the new apartment? We've got beef noodles, Noisy, with little chunks of carrot and mushroom and beef. Yummy. And we also have a ground beef and sour cream topping with onion and garlic to put on toast a little later. It's got a little cheese in there too. There we go. Those are good. Now we let that simmer for a little bit while I clean off this countertop. And while I clean off this countertop, oh, I guess we could make some roast pumpkin seeds. But let me put my garlic back where it goes. I bought some bulbs of garlic and they sprouted almost instantly. But see the little fronds growing out of them? But they're still real tasty. Okay, so into the squash, we are going to throw some beef broth here. And just let that simmer down. I also need to make some noodles for it. But before I can do that, we need to clean up a bit and get all this junk out of our way. It only makes it hotter. That's great. I have missed you guys, man. This has been the week from hell. I have had a really long week or so, and I haven't had the chance to see any of you. And I have missed all of you guys. I've missed talking to you. I've missed catching your streams. I've missed seeing what's been going on with y'all. And it's good to be back. It really is. So, last Friday, the 16th, was my birthday, and Saturday was my stepdad's birthday, which was really cool. I went down to Kentucky and met him at Claudia Sanders, which was a lot of fun. We ate there. And then on the way back, I blew a transmission line out of my car and lost all the fluid and damaged my transmission getting back home. So that was the thing. Then on Monday, I wound up with 17 people to deal with. Tuesday, 14 people. Wednesday, I lost count. Thursday, I had an eye appointment and at the eye surgeon, and so all of the people I had to see afterwards I had to wear those goofy little celluloid creeper specs. And Friday I was trying to tie up all the loose ends and didn't manage to get it done. And Saturday I had a client come over to my house to pick up their computer, invited, and another client come over to pick up their computer at my house, uninvited. So it's been a long weekend. And Monday I have a checkup and have to fix all of those other things that I didn't get done last week. So it is going to be a rather long week, but I'm hoping it's nothing like last week. Oh hey Acorn, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We're cooking today. Well, we're about 2/3 of the way done with it. We have made beef and mushroom noodles with carrots. They're really good. It's kind of got a beef, well, I'd say a beef burgundy sauce, but yummy. I use Beaujolais, not burgundy. And that's really good. And in a minute, I'm going to do some toast because we also have this nice ground beef topping with a cheese and sour cream base. It's funny that you're new to the stream today because the stuff in the pan over there, it's pumpkin soup, but I'm actually making it today with acorn squash. So that's it's a pumpkin beef soup, and here's the little beef cubelets for it. They're ready to roll. Yummy. But I do need to start on the noodles for it. So what we're going to do is just do some real, like, thin little... Let's see if I got some real fine noodles, like those little bitty matchstick noodles. I do. They say best by April of 2019. So let's see if they're still any kind of decent. Maybe we'll just do both of them together. Oh yeah, those are fine. Yeah. Okay. So how are you doing this weekend? Is everything going all right? Have you had a good weekend? All right. You guys know what this looks like. We're going to get some noodles going. Add a little oil to the water to keep them from sticking. Add a little salt to the water, because pasta doesn't season itself. And I'm just going to dump that right on in. And add a little more from the new bag. They're bigger, but it doesn't matter, because it's all going to be really, really good. So what we're going to do with the acorn squash, and I think there's a spaghetti squash or a little pumpkin or something in there as well. Come on. Come on. Yeah. This stuff cooks at about the same rate, so that'll be fine. There we go. We're going to blend the pumpkin into a nice, smooth, almost a sort of a consistency of a bisque or a cream soup, and then we're going to add the noodles and the beef. Also, while we wait for that, why don't I get a little pan and we can wash these pumpkin seeds and roast them with a little salt. So first things first, you want wax paper for this, because they will stick to the bottom of the pan if you don't have any. We don't have a lot of them. This is just going to be enough for a light snack. So let's cover a pan. It'll give us something to do while the... come on over here, guys. It'll give us something to do while the noodles cook. So you have all the pumpkin seeds, and what's a good idea is just to kind of get a little water on them and wash them off real good. Get all the strings and things off of them. And let me use my strainer. Let me wash my strainer real quick, because if you'll recall, we used it to strain the burger. And we don't want that on our pumpkin seeds at all. Let me read what you guys just wrote here in a second. All right. Let's see here. Just trying to stomach the market lately. 5 companies. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I don't play markets too much. I've toyed around with penny stocks every now and then, but I usually don't risk more than $100 on anything. Which is why I have a financial guy do most of that for me for my retirement fund and things like that. That said, you know, yeah, I understand that it has been a bit volatile lately, and no one's quite sure what's going to go. I mean, like, for right now, you don't want to invest in agro, certainly, because U.S. agro is tanking. Well, then again, it might be the time to invest. Buy low, sell high, but it'd be a long-term investment. But, you know, you're going to lose before you gain on that one. It's all about timing, and I don't got it. All right, so we've got these pumpkin seeds pretty much washed off and destrung. Let's see here. Okay. All right, so we got our pumpkin seeds. We're going to spread them out onto our wax paper, and I'll show you guys what we're doing. Check that real quick. Yeah, investments, huh? That's cool. I still got a little chunk of meat on these. Spread them out real good and even so that they're not like touching each other too much, because you don't want them overlap that much or they won't roast evenly. So, here guys, take a look. Yeah. You guys get the idea. Spread them all out good and even, and then you hit them with any herbs and spices you want on them. We're just going to salt them real good. We could put a little cayenne pepper on them if you wanted, although I think I'm going to forego that for right now and just do kind of the classic salted bit. So, let's throw our oven, because these are smaller seeds because they are from acorn squash. We're going to set our thing on about 12 or 13 minutes. We are going to set it on about 385. And let's just stick these little bad boys in. Look at that. Aren't they pretty? There's not a whole lot of them, but they sure do look nice, don't they? So I'm going to set those in the oven to roast, and we should have a little roast pumpkin seed snack here in a minute. And if I put these carrots away, we ought to have enough room on the countertop to haul out the blender, because the pumpkin is looking just about ready. That smells heavenly. Actually, let's test that with a fork. Make sure it's tender all the way through. Because I find if you blend it up before it's tender, yeah, okay, that's tender all the way through. Yummy. If you blend it up before it's tender, it tends to get this gritty sort of texture to it. We don't want that. We want it to be smooth and creamy. So, let's do this. I'm going to plug in the blender. I'll turn you guys around in a minute, but for right now, I'm just going to set this down and pour our stuff into it. See, I have Coca-Cola, ATT, Bank of America, Hormel, huh? That's a name I haven't heard in a while. They make decent canned chili, although being a cook, I usually do my own chili. But yeah, canned goods. I don't think that they're gonna. Now, do they have a lot of short-term play, or is that more of a long-term investment? Sorry, I'm left-handed, so you guys sometimes end up looking at the back of this. But if I tried to do it the other direction, this would be everywhere, so you guys are just going to have to wait until I can get it to the... Yeah, here you go. Yay! Squash! I'm a little more awkward with my right hand, and I've dropped a piece on the floor. Uh-oh, we got a boil over. Whoop! I knew better than that. It's y'all's job to warn me about this stuff, you know. We're going to turn that off and let that sit, because those have softened up nicely. Alright, stay. Okay. Now, it is time to blend. Get the pieces we dropped on the counter up. Okay, now we can see that there's fluid in there, but there's probably not enough for that to blend smoothly. So what we're going to do is add a little more beef broth to it. There we go. And, as Ma Fratelli said in the Goonies, hit puree! Well, I thought I had it on. There it is. Here, hang on a sec. Oh man, that smells good. Mmm, yummy. And that is a beautiful golden pumpkin color. Alright guys, come on over here a minute. See that? That is lovely. So, what we're gonna do is arrange my sink a little bit here. Oh, that's too high. And we are gonna strain these noodles of their water. We don't want to let any noodles stick to the bottom of this, because if we do, and then we put all the noodles and the soup back into it, they'll kind of weld to the bottom and burn. And if they do that, it makes a bad taste in the soup in general. So you want to be careful about that sort of thing and not have any noodles stuck to the bottom. Now, it's okay if we use the same, come on out of there. It's okay if we use the same pan, because the noodles are going right back in, along with the soup and the beef. Yummy. And we'll turn that on a little bit and bubble that up, and we'll add the rest of the beef broth to it. So, there we go. Actually, let's get a little of that beef broth in this blender so that we can clean it out easy. There, get the rest of all of that good pumpkin out of there. Now this isn't pretty at the moment, but it will be in a minute. Trust me on that. put in Aristocrat stock since they increased the... Gotcha. Yeah, slow and steady. You know, patient investors tend to profit in the long run no matter what. Now, of course, there's exceptions because the market tends to... Yummy. The market tends to do what it's going to do. And sometimes you just can't account for that. But if you're careful and diversify and try to mitigate your losses and aren't too hung up on any one thing or the other, you tend to do all right. Although, if you can't manage it every day, it's good to have someone do it for you. Man, that's good. It needs a little salt and a little more pepper. Not a whole lot, just a dash. A little of this. There we go. We can throw that away. And here's the trick. We're going to just ease our noodles in here. And ladies and gents, we have got a pumpkin beef soup that looks absolutely heavenly. I want all the noodles. And this thing is terraced and stepped, so it's going to take a minute for me to pry all of them out of here. So, unfortunately, you guys are going to be looking at the bottom of the sieve for a second. But I don't want to waste any of these delightful little noodles. I will eat every single one of them I can get my mouth on. All right, so we give that a stir, and we have a pumpkin beef soup. Which is really, really tasty. Oh, missed a noodle. All right. All right. So this is a grand and glorious mess, but we will be enjoying it. Now, again, today was kind of a beef night, so we've got the beef and mushroom noodles with the carrots and the burgundy sauce. And again, I say burgundy, but Beaujolais, not actually burgundy. That's really good. It's going to be really good tomorrow. Now, for tonight, I'm going to eat some beef on toast. We got ground beef with a sour cream and cheese sauce. And we're going to spread it on top of some toast here in a minute when I get a second. Inmate, medium egg noodles. They're really good. That's what's in the pumpkin beef soup. Yeah, that's looking just absolutely perfect. Whenever I make soup, I always end up with like 600 pounds of it and struggle to finish it. I have a feeling I'm going to finish this. It's really, really good. That's cool. I use one that, what's it called? Robinhood. I use Robinhood. It allows free trades. But the catch is there are some stocks that aren't on it. That's good. But again, I don't do it seriously. I just, play here and there. I kind of gave up on it after a while, to be honest, just because I don't have the time nor a natural aptitude for it. So I let someone else handle it for me. Now, while we wait on that, we should probably check on our pumpkin seeds here real quick and see what they're doing. Oh, that looks good. Let's get an oven mitt. Let's scrape these these up. Yeah, they're still moist on one side. But see, they're really starting to kind of look like roast pumpkin seeds. So, let's, Oh yeah, I don't taste like. Yeah! Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. Yummy. I also had the Ameritrade app at one point. Or maybe I just used their website. I don't remember. It's been a while. Oh, wait. I want that. Yeah, that's the one I was using. No, that's not the one I was using for the pumpkin seeds. These can go in here. Sorry, I'm trying to mitigate the mess a little bit so that I don't have a grand and glorious rolling screaming disaster when I finish here. But that's cool. Yeah, I need something to put this in. That's the thing, when you drain hamburger grease, you kind of need somewhere for it to go. And you don't want to just dump it directly into the garbage can. So a lot of times it's helpful. Oh, here we go. Found a solution. Empty Gatorade bottle. Come over here. Just dump your burger grease into your Gatorade bottle. Seal that up. Throw it away, and it won't smell bad. Sorry, guys. I know this is the boring part, but it's got to be done. Oh, Caliban! Woo! How's it going, man? Good to see ya. So, ooh, my, that smells good. Yeah, everything is going swimmingly, Cal. You should smell this. We've got beef burgundy noodles, and again, like the 15th time tonight, with carrots and mushrooms and beef and wonderfulness and yummy. And for the 15th time tonight, I'm explaining it's not actually burgundy, it's Beaujolais, but that's what I had on hand. And plus, I like Beaujolais. This concoction here that I desperately need to turn down before it boils over is pumpkin beef soup. And it's, again, not actually pumpkin. Well, they are kind of pumpkins. They'll crossbreed with pumpkins. I had a bunch of acorn squash handy. An acorn squash are in the pumpkin family, and in fact will cross with many breeds of pumpkin. Just like most squashes will cross with many breeds of squash in the same family. I think there's like a summer family and a winter family, and anything in that family will crossbreed with anything else in that family. So you can cross acorn and spaghetti, or blah, blah, blah. That's how you get all those weird lumpy squashes at Halloween. But, that is delicious. But I wanted some pumpkin beef soup, and so I made it with the acorn squash. There's little chunks of seared beefsteak in there. Let's see if I can rise one up for you. And there's some delightful little noodles. There's one, look. Just fine little tender cut beef in there. And last but not least, well, we're also roasting pumpkin seeds in the oven. But yum, that's good. Last but not least, we have this like ground beef burger mixture with sour cream and cheese. I'm going to use it as a topping for toast. So it's going to be kind of a chipped beef on toast sort of thing, but instead of a bechamel sauce, it's just going to be kind of a sour cream, sort of a cross between chipped beef on toast and stroganoff. So, going well. Good, 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 good. Any new hacks on the troll Discord? I know that Foam 82 put a couple of them out, and I have been dying to check into them, although I have had like the week from hell, dude. It was crazy, and I was exhausted on Saturday and meant to do this yesterday and just couldn't get it done. Yummy. But luckily, things are starting to get a little more sedate. And, and Cal, you've known me for at least a year. What's the last time you ever heard me say I was tired? Been doing a lot of FF. Ooh, yeah, Mario Maker 2. I've been meaning to get that, but again, no time. Let's see what we've got here. I also took the seeds from the acorn squash, and I'm making roast pumpkin seeds. Salted, in fact. Oh, those are about right. They could do with a few more minutes so that they're good and dry. But those are almost perfect. They stick to the wax paper. So you kind of want to... There you go. When they start sounding dry like that is when you know they're getting ready. Alright, let's let those go back in for a few minutes. And about 4 minutes, I think. Energy and harvest, deliciously hot. Yes! For anyone that doesn't know, I hang out on the Mario Troll Hack Discord, and we hack Super Mario World and make troll levels. And by troll levels, I mean levels that will kill the player in funny and unexpected ways. And hopefully, they're funny to the player, as well as to the people who made the hack or the people watching. That's the essence of a good troll. If, you just get bodied out of nowhere and you're like, ha 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 ha, that was funny, then it's a good troll. If you're like, I hate this, then, it's maybe still a good troll, but, you need to laugh at least every other time you get bodied, Except for Cal. Yummy. Except for Cal, who apparently can't do half-size jumps and, get stuck on half of my... I'm sorry, Kaladin. I didn't mean it. Those seeds are wonderful. And I think they're ready. So, let me put my wastebasket back over here. We'll make some toast for this burger spread. Eat some soup. And then we'll throw you guys over to someone who is streaming something fun. That's right, Acorn. If you like playing Super Mario World for the old SNES, you need to check out MarioTrollHub.com. We have hacks that you can download for these horrible, wonderful troll levels. I need to find somewhere to fit this in my dishwasher. There we go. Okie dokie. Now, probably would have been a good idea to get all this into the trash can while it was still over here. People keep accusing me of being smart, and I don't know what they base that on. Yummy! Oh man, that's good. Getting better with it. It's that's one of the few things that I actually kind of got down pat once Stellar described to me how to do them correctly. And so, I kind of enjoy them pretty well now. So, here's the thing. We need to make toast real fast. And the toaster oven's over here, so you guys can't see me make toast. Although, you can see me, you just can't see the toaster. But, it's toaster oven. Everyone knows what a toaster oven looks like. I got some nice country Italian bread here. It's very delicious. It's hearty and wonderful, and we're just going to throw it in the toaster real fast and get it a little crispy. And then we're going to put some of this burger on top of it and make a meal out of it. You just have, oh yeah, there are emulators for Android phone, but they suck to play on. Uh-oh. Charger. Okay. Whoop, that'll be our seeds. Let's find somewhere for this. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to be able to get this done in one dishwasher load. Sure we will. Okay. Yes. Roast pumpkin seeds. They are wonderful and beautiful, and those are going to make a nice snack later. But yeah, you can play Super Mario World on an Android phone, on an emulator, but it's not easy to do even with vanilla standard Super Mario World, and if you're doing it with a troll hack, you're gonna have a bad time. Especially some of the bull mess that we do. Heck, I haven't played Kaizo in so long, I don't know if I still could. The nice thing about the troll hacks is they're usually not a big element of Kaizo or anything in them. Most of it's vanilla gameplay, but some of them you have to be skilled at vanilla gameplay. I know, like, with... Which one was it that had the Sands of Time in it? That was one of Plasma's, wasn't it? That was a cool mechanic, but you had to run on that one. Those seeds are magnificent. Let me turn my oven off. Those seeds are just really, really good. The soup is wonderful. Let me show you guys these. Yeah, I love, listen to them. The sound makes me happy. So, my dishwasher is going to need 2 loads, so I might as well go ahead and put a little dish pot in it and start that up. All right. Oh, when this toast comes out, we're going to top it with this hamburger, and then I will find someone who is streaming, and we are going to pass the hype along. I saw that Chess was streaming earlier, but I don't think he is anymore. It was Beepus World. Matter of fact, I still have. You wouldn't believe it. I still have the Beepus container. Of course, on the other side is, the sprayer. Don't tell OSHA. Okay, toast. Hot toast. Very, very hot toast. Ow, 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 ow. Now, this hamburger has been sitting long enough to where it's cooled off. So, we'll just take a little spoonful and put it in a ramekin and micro nuke it up. There we go. Microwave that little beef topping up. While we do that, let's actually wrap this up. One more look at the beef topping, guys, because It's going in the fridge. And it is really delicious. That's probably enough. Alright, little cling film. Cling wrap, saran wrap. No, not Reynolds wrap. No, Reynolds is the aluminum. Saran wrap. Whatever you want to call it. It is plastic film. And away this goes in the fridge for my meals this week. Okay. Same with this. One more look at the delicious beef burgundy. You know what? I want a spoonful of this on my plate. There's an awful lot of different beef dishes for one dinner, but, you know, tonight was making beef dishes. And so, you know, I'm kind of stuck with a variety of them. But I've been yummy. In the mood for beef lately. I don't want that mushroom. And so I finally got me some. These plastic bowls don't grab onto cling film very well. My glass bowls do a much better job of it, as do my metal ones. But the plastic ones are the ones we have right now, and they shall do. Alright. That's going to go down there. And now, the sprayer isn't. Kaladin. No! Bad Kaladin. How's the sprayer going to spray? It's a piece of paper. For anyone that doesn't know, there was a big long thing. I posted that picture that said no and had a spray bottle spraying on it. And Kaladin says the sprayer isn't spraying. So me, being a military grade smartass, I animated it. But he's like, well, the shadow on the finger's wrong. You know, and it's like, well, you know, how is it not getting any lower? You know, or anything like that. So by the time we had finished, we had this dude with the shadow of the finger, like, not even connected to the finger moving around. We had the finger bleeding because it was, you know, spraying for so long without stopping. We had a hose run to the bottom of the spray bottle to keep refilling it. I mean, it was just jumping the rails. It was hilarious. So we have spread our beef on our toast. We've got our beef noodles here. And let me get a small little bowl here for everyone's amusement. Hang on, guys. Presentation is the key here. That's going to be hot. Oh my. There we go. Yummy. Wipe this off a second. And hang on. We're doing something fancy here. There we go. There's our dinner right there. What do y'all think? We've got a pumpkin beef noodle soup. Let me put that where you can see it. We have roast pumpkin seeds. We've got a nice beef burgundy noodle with carrots and mushroom sauce. And we have a nice beef on toast with a sour cream and cheese sort of paste spread thing. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is dinner for the evening. Although, let me make sure all the stove stuff is off. There we go. Yeah, now that is dinner for the evening. What do you think? that's our stream for today. Thanks, man. And thanks, Acorn. So I need to figure out who to throw you guys over to. Well, what I need to do is put the lid back on my trash can real quick. And then figure out who to throw you guys over to for our host and or raid. You know what? Just Heated is playing Overwatch, so we are going to raid Just Heated and keep the love and the hype going. So everyone, hold on, cause we're gonna raid somebody. Let me get the raid command going here, because I know it takes like 20 seconds or something to count down. There we go. Okay. Well, while that counts down, I am going to say once again, thank you guys so much for coming to join me while I was cooking this evening. Thank you for being here, keeping me company, and enjoying just cooking alongside me. I am going to go eat this, get some work done, go out and buy drinks probably, because this is my last bit of tea. And then I'm going to get ready for work this week. So, ladies and gentlemen, big thanks, and I am out. So, like they say in Jurassic Park, hold on to your butts. We're going to raid! Bye, guys!
pumpkin seeds. The sound makes me happy.